It's a wonderful day for wisdom with wonder and Segue. That's right, it is. It's a wonderful day for wisdom with wonder and Segue. Welcome to Wisdom with Wonder. We're going to do a tarot and oracle card reading today to connect to spirit, to source, to our angels, our spirit guides, our spirit guides, our higher selves, to get a message from the tarot and oracle cards for our highest good and the highest good of all beings. And so I've cleansed the space. We're going to connect to Source and Mother Earth right now as I shuffle the cards. So pull in energy from higher source consciousness, from your angels, from your spirit guides, from source consciousness, pulling all the way down through all of your energy bodies, inside and out through your feet and crystal etheric roots of color seen and unseen, and connect into Earth's crust. Connect to the rocks and minerals and crystals in the soil. Connect to the mycelium, fungal networks, tree roots, plant roots, and flowers connected to the soil. Connect your roots to the starlight, moonlight, and sunlight in the soil, to the winds that touch the soil, to all the high vibrational frequencies of love and light, such as the songbirds and any other high frequency sounds, vibrations that are in the soil. Connect to the water in the soil and to each layer of the earth. Connect to the sandstone, the limestone, the bedrock, the lavas, the magma, the mantle, the kimberlite that makes diamonds, or where diamonds come from, to the iron, and anchor yourself deep to an iridescent crystal core in the center of the earth. And as you're connecting, the earth shines a beautiful glowing light back up through each of these connections, connecting to each layer, back up through your feet and crystal etheric roots of colors seen and unseen, and back up through your energy bodies and out through your crown. So there's a reciprocal energy exchange. And I just got a couple of cards flip out from the Light Seers Tarot. Let's see what we have here. So we have the Four of Pentacles. You might be holding what you have learned on your journey, what you have gained, your pentacles, your finances, your wisdom, your love, what you're doing close to your chest right now. You might not be seeing clearly at this point that you have much more abundance and you don't have to hold that grip so tight. You're holding so tight to what you have. You have the King of Swords here at the top of the mountain, connecting to raven spirit, dragon spirit, owls. On the top of the mountain, connected to spirit with your swords, making sure, you speak your truth. You're gaining clarity up here at this mountain peak and connecting to your spirit guides and setting clear boundaries. And you're not trying to let go of all this that you have built so far. You're holding on to that tightly. We have the Nine of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So the seeds that you have planted are growing. You are abundant. They're sprouting. They're getting ready for harvest here. But let's see what else this deck wants to tell us. Shine some more light on the subject. What else do we need to know for our highest good? The highest good of all beings. We planted the seed. We've built quite a life for ourselves here. A lot of spiritual connection with our clarity at the top of the mountain, connected to our spirit guides, and we're holding it close to us. We're not going to let anyone take away what we've built, setting clear boundaries here, speaking our truth. What else do we need to know for the highest good? The highest good of all beings. Oh, they're thinking about it. We have one that's flipped over here. I didn't see when it flipped, but it's the Ten of Swords, and it looks like you might have felt alone on your journey as you're out here in this desert. Looks like you might have walked away from something, and it might have been something painful with those 10 swords, but the 10 is the close of an old cycle. So you're closing an old cycle, you're leaving all of that behind. You're connecting to these ravens or crows, your ancestors, to spirit, guiding you forward, leading you on a whole new cycle. The 10 is the completion of a cycle as you're stepping into a new beginning here. So you're away from that pain. None of those swords are in your back in this rendition. You're walking confidently forward into something new with your clear boundaries, with your clarity, with your truth, holding on to everything you do have that you've built. And we have the High Priestess here. Number 2, you are connected to spirit. You are connected to source. You are connected to the divine, and you're trusting your intuition and that clarity that's coming in, because you're the King of Swords. You have clarity with this wisdom, with the owl too. You're connected to your inner wisdom, your inner knowing, and your connection to spirit, moving forward, closing out this old cycle. And that noise that's trying to come in and get in your head and bug you, you're leaving all that behind, and you're holding on, those pentacles, that wisdom that you've gained on your journey, as that firing sound was the Pelican Bay prison, just confirming that that outside noise, that outside chaos that you're leaving behind. Anything else we need to know? Oh, okay. The Page of Wands. There's something new that you're doing, and the Ace of Cups. There's something new that you're doing, that you're creating, that you love. This is you're standing in your authenticity. You're creating something you're passionate about. It's bringing happiness, joy, fulfillment as you are connected to spirit with your truth and clarity here, with your boundaries moving forward. And you're having an Ace of Cups, a new beginning in love. Something you're passionate about is something you love. You're creating something you love. It could be moving you towards a new beginning, a new offer in a loving romantic partnership, or something you love that you're doing is something that you love, that you're passionate about, that you're creating with these wands here. There's a lot of passion and love moving forward as you're connected to spirit and trusting this inner wisdom, this intuition, this clarity. You're done with that old cycle of pain, that car honking confirmation. You're leaving all of that behind, holding on with all your might to everything that you've done so far on this journey to build all this beauty that you have built for yourself. And let's get some cards from the Muse Tarot to see what else. There's no kings in this deck, but there are like a lot of mirror reflections. There's muses. Muses might be, you might be seeing someone in your life as a muse or as a mirror, as a reflection that maybe you've walked away from some reflections because you've seen yourself clearly now with these swords, and you have clarity and you're able to alchemize what you've learned from these reflections, and you're able to close an old cycle and move forward with your clarity and truth in your passion with what you're creating, away from that outside noise and chaos that wants to keep interfering with your thoughts, with your visions, with your mind. But you're not letting it bother you. You're holding on tight to the wisdom you've gained and what you've learned. What else do we need to know about this from the Muse Tarot? The rooster saying it's time to wake up. Like, put your guns away already. Shut up. So overhearing that every day. First thing in the morning and all day long. I got a book here. We have the 7 of materials. You're walking through a portal with infinite timelines across all timelines and dimensions, spreading your rose petals of love, these pink petals of heart chakra energy. You're planting your seeds of love through multiple timelines and dimensions. And let's see it. The Queen of Voices, which is like a Queen of Swords. And so you have the King of Swords and then the Queen of Voices. So it's like a divine pair that has clarity, very much connected to your ancestors with all of these ravens here, connected to spirit, giving you much clarity of mind as the queen. You have clear connection to spirit as you are the high priestess here, and you speak your truth. Your truth is your truth, and you speak it clearly. There's no mistake. People know what your truth is. You let it be known, and if someone doesn't like it, oh well, you have boundaries and no one's gonna cross them. Well, at least you won't allow it to affect you if they try to. The Muse of Materials. So this deck doesn't have kings, it has muses though. And this is cool because it's like the muse, this mirror reflection, is more of those roses, that heart chakra energy, that love energy being reflected as you're crossing this bridge, leaving an old cycle behind, leaving an old life behind, entering a portal into a whole new world full of love and connection. You see yourself in all things as love, in all things connection. We are all one love. It's all love. Beautiful, beautiful love. Let's see. We'll make room for this new deck here. This new story coming out. And kind of near the home of the deer that live in the yard. I hear them moving around. The 2 of Inspiration. This one reminds me of my daughter Sedera with the hollaback girls. She's always seen herself across all different timelines and dimensions. When she was little, she would tell me, it's hard to explain, but there's like hundreds of Sederas. There's future Sedera, there's past Sedera, there's this Sedera. She tried to explain it. She said, it's hard to explain. And she used to sit on the bathroom sink and pull the side mirrors in with the middle mirror, talking to herself, and she'd see all these multiple reflections of herself. And her big sister, Savannah, told her, those are your hollaback girls. And so Sedera's connected to herself across all timelines and dimensions and is able to see the possibility of different outcomes if you step on to different timelines of different little minute choices you make by something you might say or something you might wear, something you might do differently that can change the timeline. And she's always, you know, helped the family understand this, try to. And so they got this red telescope out here and they're looking out through this orange portal through their passions of what they're creating here in this card. Looking at all the multiple possibilities. That's you. What will happen if I do this choice? What will happen if I do that choice? I don't know. You're just gonna trust and go with the flow. See, the slightest little choice can change your whole timeline. That's pretty cool. As you left that old cycle behind in the Ten of Swords, you're stepping into a whole new world. The 21, the world cosmos. You've got the whole world in your wings as you are an earth angel here, connected to your intuition, closing out that old cycle. Number 21 is a 3. You're connected to spirit here, following your intuition. You got like that world at your third eye, like you're creating your dreams on earth. Your dreams come true on earth. Connected to spirit, bringing that angelic frequency here on earth. Looking out at all these multiple timelines of yourself and the possibilities. You're creating your own reality. And it's something beautiful. With the Page of Voices, it's like, yeah, it's like you're putting on your glasses, your rose-colored glasses, but they're not rose-colored, but they're showing the frequency of love with this pink blouse, and you have clarity. You're not just stuck with these voices and these possibilities moving around in your head. You have the eyes to see clearly that it's all love. We're all connected in love, okay? So that's pretty interesting. Let's see what else. We'll pull from the Wisdom with Wonder Oracle deck that I created. And these stickers, we have Segue 1 Spiral Galaxy Kitty and Flat Slugly here. If you are interested in those stickers, you can find them at the Wisdom with Wonder shop. The link is in the description and in the pinned comment. But I'm gonna pull from the Wisdom with Wonder Oracle that I created with watercolors. Let's see what comes out. Oh, okay. So we got the frog spirit here that also used to be a tadpole. When you're a tadpole, you're in the depths of these watery emotions. The waters have one way of being. You're a tadpole, you're swimming through these emotions, swimming through life. You have a little tail, you're underwater, shining that light underwater. You are still the light in that dark water. And then you start to grow little froggy arms and legs. And you're eventually gonna emerge out of the water and you have a whole new life. Like this, you're out here, you're eating these flies through your little spiral tongue. And you're protected under this umbrella, this canopy from the spirit realm. But as a frog, you encounter whole different beings than you did when you were underwater. Out here in the redwoods, there's tree frogs. I'll clip a little short of a tree frog at the end of this video that just came into Mushroom Manor yesterday. I had to open the screen door and let them out. Segue was interested. But as a frog, as a tree frog, you come out of the water, you climb up onto these logs, you climb a tree, you breathe air. Oh, that feels so much different than when you were breathing that thick, heavy water. And you can see so much more clearly without the thick muck of the water. Everything has clarity, new colors are visible to you. You come across different beings that you never came across before in that mucky pond as you're this frog out of the water. And you have a whole new life. You've transformed. It's transformation. And you notice the connection of all things. This is a double-sided card, so that frog, it eats flies, it eats dragonflies. And the dragonflies here, very connected to the spirit realm, between realms, between the 3D and the spirit realm. And these dragonflies eat these little tadpoles. Like everything is connected, and you're starting to notice the connection in all things, your purpose in life, and how we are all one, we are all connected. You are what you eat. The tadpole is getting eaten by this dragonfly, and the dragonfly has all this vision like the frog. If you're able to grow up out of a tadpole and be a frog, then you're able to grow up and eat the dragonfly nymphs. So it's a pretty interesting cycle we got going on, but basically you've transformed, okay? And the flowers here with this dragonfly, they're yellow, they're orange, they're purple. You're able to follow your intuition as this dragonfly, moving forward with what you're creating. There's so many different colors of dragonflies. We have a pond in our yard where there's all kinds of frogs that live in the pond, like chorus frogs, and then there's tree frogs that live in the redwoods out here. And there's so many dragonflies that come around because they do support each other in the life cycle, and there's all different colors of dragonflies. There's like a lot of blue ones. Sometimes I'll see bright red ones, or a black and white striped one. But there's just all these different iridescent colors in them, and they're so beautiful. And then the frogs in the pond, they'll sing. When one starts to sing, it's like they spark the song in each other, and they all start singing. And then when one stops, they all stop at once. It's just so interesting to me how they do that. So that's pretty cool. Anything else from the Wisdom with Wonder Oracle for our highest good and the highest good of all beings? Higher wonder, higher you, higher we are one. What else do you want us to know for our highest good, the highest good of all beings in this message? Oh, okay. Well, this one's interesting. Okay. This is like talking about your magnetism. So the magnet's not really doing anything but being its magnety self, and you're drawing in this other energies of light, this financial abundance, this love, this happiness, gifts that are coming online for you. It's all being magnetized to you now in your energy. And on the other side, it's mirroring the magnetism of Earth with the love frequency of Earth, this connection to our ancestors here, the birds and the whales, how they follow this magnetic energy of the earth, and they know how to migrate and move according to this energetic field, this magnetism. And then we have this green aurora borealis at the poles, and it's actually created by the magnetism of Earth, protecting Earth from from outside energies, particles coming in and entering our atmosphere that can harm Earth. And so you're like that too. You have this energetic force field, this torus field around you, protecting your energy, and with your intentions, you can keep your energy, your magnetism clear of outside energies that can harm you. And so your energy is clear now with that king and queen of swords or voices, and you're able to just magnetize all the good that you've always wanted and seen for yourself here. Okay. So let's see what other cards want to come out. Let's get some wisdom from the angels, from the angel signs deck. What wisdom do the angels want us to know in this time? As we have the High Priestess, we're very connected to Source, to our higher selves, to our higher wisdom. We have clarity. We speak our truth. We're creating something beautiful, ending an old cycle, clarity, truth, boundaries, and carrying the whole world in our wings. Earth angels, moving forward by following our intuition, carrying the weight of the world with love, moving forward, understanding our purpose, the life cycle, the creation of how we're all connected and how we are all one, singing our truth song, moving forward, magnetizing what's meant for us. We know that whatever is meant for us will never pass us by, as that magnet is just naturally drawn to us, and we attract what we're meant to. Okay, so if you're a light worker, not only are you an earth angel, but you're a light worker here. And it says, as a light worker, your energy is your offering. Understand that it is not necessary for you to be a teacher, healer, or guide to serve the light. You are serving simply by existing in alignment. Exactly. You're a light worker. That's beautiful. Let's see if we can get any other advice from Spirit. The Enchanted Forest Oracle. Segues here on the bridge pathway to the woods, serving as the guardian of this reading. Segue! Kitty kitty! Do you want to say hello to your friend, Segue? The guardian looking at something over there. Segue! Kitty kitty meow meow! They're like, you can't control it. If I want to come over there, I will. I'm an independent kitty cat. Seggy! Segue! They like won't even look. They're like, I'm busy. Any other messages from Spirit for our highest good? I see you, Segue. Oh, there's a portal of light here. Serene sanctuary. Another owl. You're connected to this wisdom and this yellow energy, this solar plexus. I am me. Confidence, courageousness, to be your authentic self. And it says, find peace in moments of solitude. Yes, maybe if you like to meditate. Today I took a goddess bath with some Epsom salts and some blue lotus, Egyptian blue lotus blossoms, and I felt very peaceful and relaxing, opening to my intuition more with the lotus, and sending energy and love to Segue One Spiral Galaxy Kitty, aka Barney Strong as Bear, and to all my loved ones. But having that solitude to just rest and connect to spirit and release any energies that are no longer serving is a beautiful thing to do. If you want to do some releasing of some energy and connect to spirit in the beautiful coast redwoods, check the link in the description box and in the pinned comment. We're having a healing retreat, wellness and wonder retreat with Soma Wellness at the end of August during a full moon. So you'll be able to do some final releasing. We'll do some guided hikes with me. You used to be a Redwood National Park Ranger, and we'll go to the Neely River, otherwise known as the Smith River. It's cleared, never been dammed, green serpentinite rich stones in there, opening our heart, connecting to these tallest trees in the world. They can be over 2,500 years old. We'll go to the Pacific Ocean, do some more releasing, have some full moon ceremony, sing, chant, do whatever, drum by the fire, whatever your heart feels called to do. Spend some alone time in a sanctuary just with yourself. I can show you where this redwood is that's hollowed out on the campus where we're having the retreat, or you can just be, if you want to be alone for a while, inside an ancient redwood tree and just connect to your higher self and to nature. You can do that. Yeah, we'll have daily yoga, we'll have meals prepared by a chef, we'll have sound baths. It's a small, intimate gathering, so it's not overwhelming. It's just beautiful. So I welcome you. I hope I get to see you. Anything else the angels want to say for our highest good and the highest good of all beings? Angels, what do we need to know for our highest good? We're light workers. That's beautiful energy. What else do you want us to know in this energy? It's a cute little bird in the tree. There's so many different birds here. I like to use the Merlin app. It's free, but it listens to birds. It'll tell you all the birds that are around, and I'll turn it on and get like over 20 birds in just a couple minutes, and it shows little pictures of them and what kind they are, and you can see more closely who's making that song. They're just so cute. Boundary. Oh yeah, you got the king and the queen of swords, so boundaries. Your energy is sacred, and it is your right to protect it by setting clear boundaries. Honor your energetic limits, for what is aligned with you will never require self-sacrifice. That's right. So just be you, shining your authenticity and your truth. And if it's not in alignment with something, if with someone or something, and it's triggering any kind of energy that doesn't feel good for you to be around, release that, let it go. That's why we're having the retreat during the full moon, just to release any energies, entities, thought forms, or beliefs that are no longer serving. Fully releasing that, let that go, so you can just be in your beautiful light energy. Your energy is beautiful and sacred. It's divine. You're an earth angel. You're a light worker. Okay. I hear you, kitty. We have the Spirit Animal Oracle. See if we get any more advice from Spirit. What else do we need to know for our highest good? These clear boundaries as a light worker. Your light is magnetism. Like, it magnetizes others towards you because it feels good in your energy, but it's also very triggering to people because you're shining light in the darkness and illuminating things that maybe didn't want to be seen. And so it can be triggering. It can cause tower moments in others, and you know, that's part of the journey. Just don't take it personally. Keep your clear boundaries. You don't You know, you don't need to save anybody. It's not your job. You just need to be in your highest light. Any other advice from Spirit? The owl. The owl was in several of these cards. Connected to your wisdom, High Priestess. Number 43 is a 7. Just being me at 7:17. Connected to Spirit. You see clearly now. See, you got your little crown on. You see clearly. You had the King of Swords, the Queen of Voices, which is basically the Queen of Swords in a different deck. So it brings full clarity. You're connected to your wisdom. You have clarity of mind. You have the truth. As the High Priestess, connected to Spirit, you're connected to the truth. You know. Trust yourself. Trust your beautiful self. And we're going to get a Crystal Intentions Oracle to close this reading. To see what crystal entity, what crystal being likes to be in this very high frequency energy. Little cute birdie. But Segue, do you want to say hi to your friends before we go? Cats can be such snobs sometimes. He's just like little cat nose up in the air. Fine, kitty. A crystal being would like to be with us in this energy. This one? Oh. Watermelon tourmaline. Open your heart to love. Feel unconditional love and support. Bridge the spiritual connection between heaven and earth. Yes. Increase romance. Ooh, yeah, we did get that Ace of Cups, so you might be increasing romance. You let go of what's no longer serving, close that old cycle. Maybe it was in love or career or thought forms or beliefs. You're opening yourself to something new and beautiful that you love, that's in alignment with you, maybe in love. The positive affirmation: my heart is open to giving and receiving love. I transform the world around me by focusing on divine love. My heart is open to giving and receiving love. I transform the world around me by focusing on divine love. My heart is open to giving and receiving love. I transform the world around me by focusing on divine love. That's right, I do. Let me see if Segue come say hello before we close. Segue! Uh-oh, I gotta get Segue before I get something. Segue! Segue! Say hi to your friends. That's a good kitty. We're gonna get our cat food. So, we want to thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate you. You're a light worker. You're an earth angel. And we see you. We honor you. We thank you. And we hope that you continue to have a wonderful day. Much love. Right, Segue? you, Segue. Thank you for joining us. We missed you during the reading. Yes, we did. So grateful for you, Segue. What do you see? What do you see? So beautiful. Look at this beautiful angel. Whoa! It's okay. I'll hold it still so you can walk. So cute. Oh, beautiful froggy. You want help going outside, my love? Here you go. Here you go. Here you go, froggy. Nice to see you today. Thank you for saying hello.